So this is Krarilotus versus Hawk on split fronts with the Bootstrap game mode. This is a new game mode that is enabled us by the Unofficial Crusader Patch, where each player starts with 0 gold, 0 stone. They get 100 wood and 50 food, and that's it. This completely removes the initial rush, and I intend in the future to also be removing these start units, which means that you have to eco up. The first person to get eco can build up their army, and with the distance between players on this particular map, they're going to have a chance to catch up. So it's not going to be first person to get gold wins the game. Krarilotus is here. He usually starts off with taxation. He doesn't seem to be doing that today. What, stop? Is the attack coming forward? He's complaining. In the last game, Hawk managed to sneak one spearman into the back of Krarilotus' base, and then came forward and destroyed all his houses in one of his farms, and then hit it again. Krarilotus thought he'd killed it, but he wasn't watching, so he didn't realize that it actually just run away. Alright, so Krarilotus got the first load of stone come in, and he's spending it. Instead of selling it for troops, he's going to spend it. He has the advantage if he leaves his troops up here. Hawk would have to come at him from the low ground. Whoever has the low ground is going to have less accuracy, and so no one wants to give up their high ground. And so they're not going to fight. Hawk is going to be killing off a lot of these things. There goes that one spearman coming in from Hawk. That's probably what Krarilotus is trying to wall out here. I never thought I'd see a spearman doing an assassin rush. Assassin raid. Got slingers coming here that Hawk has bought with his first load of stone. They're going to come right down the bottom. Guess they're going to try coming from the side while these guys are distracted. He's got slaves coming in at the top. Krarilotus got some shields already, so that's going to help him. I think he can now take the low ground against these archers, because having more accurate archers is irrelevant if you can not get hit. Although he's just going to sit there, which is rather odd. He needs to get in there and kill those guys early, but these slaves are in. Krarilotus did notice, and he sent out his things. The dog killed one of the slaves. Other slaves dying. Only one got in. Not too much damage. And now Krarilotus can come forward and kill these guys off with his shields. Or behind his shields, rather. Hawk's just going to back off just enough. He's hoping that Krarilotus will bring this forward and allow his spearman to come on the side. This is Krarilotus' spear here, I believe. He's going to come up, catch that spearman, and stop preventing from doing it too much. Or no, it's not. That's Hawk's. No, it can't be Hawk's. Otherwise, that woodcutter would have attacked him. Alright, so he's throwing him around the back so he can just focus down destroying that. There, Krarilotus is bringing his army forward. And now you've got shields coming in from Hawk. He's playing, is there something going on elsewhere that I'm not seeing? Or it's the fact he's still going to get this. Krarilotus really needs to stop that. He needs to notice it and stop it. That one spearman. Just realized this is the 29th and not the 30th. Just gained a free day. Yes. Gotta love that. Gotta love your free days. As long as it doesn't mean that you lose a day somewhere else, because Alright, so Krarilotus is trying to focus down these slaves. Might be able to get some damage as these guys aren't all behind shields. And the shields themselves are pretty weak as well. Excellent. That's one of Krarilotus' spears down. Wait, that spearman died? But now you got slingers coming up on top of Krarilotus' keep, which is never somewhere you want slingers. But they are going to be cleaned up with the expensive assassin. At 60 gold spent to take out 30 gold worth of troops. Hey Hassan, how's it going? Where's yours? Mine? I'm dead. I was a watcher keep, so I'm not actually playing. This is a game between Krarilotus and Hawk. They started with no gold and no stone. And yeah. So Krarilotus managed to keep this up. I didn't see how he managed to save that. That spear should have taken that out. And those slingers should have been able to finish the job, but they didn't. The fire is not doing too much damage here to Krarilotus, but he has withdrawn the center. He's now sitting back on his base, and you got plenty of more stone coming in and iron coming in from Hawk. And Krarilotus is getting a little bit as well, though it was disrupted temporarily with those slingers in his base. That's the Krarilotus assassin. That's what that was. And it's dead. Wonder if there's any others sitting around somewhere. None that I can see. That doesn't mean it's not there. I'm sure Hawk would know where they are though, if he did. So we should be good with those. Sling is standing over here without the protection of the shields. He's sending some back, which means there might be a slave somewhere, or an assassin somewhere. So I'd say those guys wouldn't be coming forward if there was. He would have used those there. They're probably just coming up as a defensive unit, considering there's not enough shields to cover them. He's got some slings here to just make sure that Krarilotus can't sneak any assassins up this side. Krarilotus has slaves on the left side, and that's what these slingers were brought back for. I feel this is a mistake on Hawk's part. I don't think he's got the skills to protect these horse archers, but he's also bringing in these slingers to try and melee down the shields, I believe. They're a cheap melee unit, and they can also do the range if they don't make it. Slaves coming in from the north from Hawk as well. Krarilotus is in a bad position right now. He's being beset from all sides. That's an expensive loss right there. And Hawk's just going to pull back off it. Those slaves are about to drop. They're not going to do any damage. That was just wasted gold right there. Krarilotus has had to sleep his woodcutters because he just can't get any wood out of them. Got slaves burning him. And it doesn't look like he's really got much else going on. And now he's going to lose these assassins for no use. Hawk might lose a little bit now. Nope, he's realized and brought those shields back over the top of his horse archers. And we're looking pretty good other side from that. And there goes those slingers coming back forward. They're going to try to get in here and disrupt the eco from these farms over here. That assassin's just going to drop. Another horse archer down. Get them to maneuver too much. It's always beneficial with the shields. What do we got going up here? Yeah, pretty decent economy going over here. He's still got the hunters no longer working. What do you do with those slingers over there? He brought them forward, so the slingers are coming out in from the north and from the east. And then there's the army in the northeast as well. So Krarilotus is once again beset on all sides. Bring these guys up, sit them out here, kill off any woodcutters or anything that shows up out there. Slaves coming in here from the east as well, trying to burn as much of the burn some farms. He's lost a farm over here, gonna lose another farm here. Slave could move and go burn somewhere else if he's lucky, or he's gonna sit there and burn later. That's fine, or he's gonna survive. Okay, that's interesting. Once again, that's an expensive defense for Krarilotus. For maybe 50 gold worth of slingers. That was about 200 gold worth investments there. And slingers here down there as well. But he has managed to secure at least what he has. There are no longer any random units showing up in his base. Unless he's an unknown assassin that I can't see, of course. Which could be what's down here. Oh, those are Krarilotus' assassins. But why can I see them? Because there's a slave here that can see it. That's why. The random slave just standing there. Which is rather odd. And Krarilotus is starting his own push. Shield's coming forward. And Krarilotus is going to pull back off again. There's only 2 horse archers in there. I would have just pushed right in. Personally, I would have tried to see if I can use my slingers to destroy the shields and then run off again. This is really triggering me, just this sitting here. Hawk should burn it. Krarilotus should kill that guy. Yeah, it's just no need for the armies, enemy units to be sitting right that close to each other. Alright, those slingers are going to die for no benefit. That's unfortunate. Krarilotus is obviously paying attention somewhere else. There's something else going on. Oh, he's managed to kill that slave off at least. Alright, now he's coming forward. He's paying attention here now. Lost his horse archer, which is a bit of a pain. Assassin's coming in though to do damage. Slave's going to come around from Hawk though. Yep, Hawk's going to try focus down these assassins. Fortunately, the shields didn't get there just in time. Oh, those assassins are now in danger again. And again, Hawk's going to focus him down, but he managed to lose some of his shields and lost his horse archers due to the misplacement of those shields. Krarilotus is going to get a couple of those buildings out. What we got coming over here? Slingers. Killing off any slaves coming from Krarilotus. Krarilotus bringing his own slingers over here to deal with these slaves. Slowly rebuilding his food eco. Neither has really built a eco on the outside stone yet. None of it's been claimed. Krarilotus has claimed extra farm space that Hawk hasn't even bothered claiming the closest stuff, so they missed one there, missed these guys here. And Krarilotus destroying the woodcutters. Alright, here comes, this is going to be damaging Krarilotus. Pull back, Krarilotus. Come on, realize this. What are you watching? Get back away from that. Oh no, this is painful. That is quite possibly the game ending reaction. Where was Krarilotus' attention? I don't know. But it wasn't where it needed to be. That's a damn shame. Got assassins in up here, but they're gonna die off. That was a painful situation. Now, if I were Krarilotus, I'd wait for these guys to come forward, which is exactly what he's doing. Oh, wait, no, the slingers. The Hawk has seen that this guy's here, and he's bringing the slingers just to deal with the swordsman, which is exactly what he should have been doing. I think Krarilotus was hoping that Hawk wouldn't notice the swordsman there, so he could bring the swordsman up and destroy the granary. Well, he's got a couple of assassins sitting behind it. And the assassins are going to do a little bit of work, but not nearly enough for that guy. So many assassins coming in from Krarilotus, though. Wait, no, those are all blue assassins. Those are all hawks. You got a few still coming in from Krarilotus. He's trying to do whatever eco damage he can, but it's really falling apart from him at this stage. His units are dropping. At least he's got his home base. At least it's not currently under attack. He's got some slaves coming in over here, but they're not going to be able to do too much more with these slingers here. But the amount of gold value that he's been losing at the moment is just insane. He's got so many shields here, but no units for them to protect yet. So he's working on getting those units right now. Here comes the assault. And he's going to lose slingers for no benefit. There's going to be a couple of assassins sitting in there just as a defense. Slingers running forward. I think they've been rally pointed up here, and so they're just going to keep running into the fire. There they go. Krarilotus has found their sitting behind the shields now, which is where they should be. Now he needs to get these guys closer so slingers start to actually come into play. At the moment they're not doing anything. There they go, coming forward. Now they're in range. Rocks just flying. And the assassins come in just in time. That was a well played maneuver, Krarilotus. Very well played indeed. Now those assassins are going to try chase down and see if they can push those shields away from the horse archers. Oh, the woodcutters. The woodcutters coming in key here. Preventing those shields from protecting the horse archers. A couple of those horse archers might well go down. Those woodcutters can sometimes be almost a thing. No, yeah. I think it's GG, but let's keep going. Hawk reckons it's over. But does he think he's won, or does he think he's lost? I think he thinks he was lost, and I can understand why he might think that. Krarilotus is surprised. I think he thought that he was in the weaker position, so they're both thinking that they're in the weaker position. These slingers are going to come in, and they're going to do a lot of damage to Krarilotus' eco, unless those assassins come in right when they did. Krarilotus had planned. No, he hadn't planned for it. Those just happened to be walking past there. But he still has one slinger that managed to get in without Krarilotus noticing. And now slaves coming in on all sides from Hawk. These cheap value units have been used so much more now that we don't have the starting gold of 2,000. These cheaper units have been so much more valuable. Whereas before, everyone just went straight for the most expensive options. Now the cheaper options are more valuable because you don't have enough gold to go for the more expensive options yet. Now Krarilotus is going to let these slaves come in because he's got a better idea. He wants to come in and he wants to completely destroy Hawk's eco. That slinger has obviously been dropped at some point. Slaves coming in, and they're going to come just out of range of those slingers. Wait, no, they're not. They're going to 1 down, 2 down. 2's going to get in, and they're going to do damage. Slaves coming forward from Krarilotus, and they're going to kill off the remaining slaves by pure accident. Slaves coming in at the north, and they're going to kill themselves off more than anything. And the slingers over here are going to kill those slaves off. So there's one... Nope, slave gone. That's the end of Hawk's last-ditch attempt. Krarilotus is hoping to use his slingers to deal with that with the Lord. And it's going to do it. That Lord is going to go down to the slingers. Krarilotus has won the game. I thought it was Hawk's game for a bit there, but Krarilotus managed to come back and take the win before his slaves could get there to set the fire. Of course it is. That eco difference is insane. Let's just have a quick look at that. Economy. 10,000 gold for Krarilotus versus 4,000 for Hawk. That's insane. The food, not too us, 800 to 500. Double the wood. Only a little bit more stone, maybe 50% more stone, 50% more iron, and a crap ton of weapons. The weapons must have been where he got most of it. That and taxing would have been where he got all his gold from. To get that much extra more gold, yeah, that's insane. Military, let's check that out. Kills 134, about the same. Krarilotus did destroy a few more buildings with a lower score, probably because of the weighted values. Hawk lost a lot of slaves, slingers, while Krarilotus lost quite a few more assassins and Hawk's archers. That's where the military score swung into Hawk's favor, but he just didn't have anything on Krarilotus's. So that is game, and I think it might be stream as well. If anyone's interested, I don't have this stat into my overlays yet, but the troops produced, Krarilotus produced 272 units, and Hawk produced a mere 150.